So, with that, I think we've covered everything that we've hated about Storm Revolution, and let's go on to Storm 4, like our new, chosen one to be like, fixed, and hopefully we all like it. But of course, we still might have those that don't like it for what it is, but we kind of ignore those. So, all right. So to start off Storm 4 and its great mechanics coming into the new system, PS4 and Xbox One and PC. So let's see. We have change leader system, and yes, that is basically what I just said. Change leaders in mid battle. Yes, it's actually pretty unique to the Storm series. I haven't seen it before, and I think now people are starting to actually use it a lot more in different fighting games. Is this like tag in, tag out system, and it's been used in other games such as like Tekken Tag, Marvel Capcom, and then like a few other games that like Dead or Alive. Storm is kind of late to the ballpark on this, and but it's basically welcomed to the community. Definitely adds in that nice spicy strategy. I don't know, however you want to say it in special language, but anyway. Um, so pro, we got pros and cons for this. The pro side of it, you can slide into some mean combos if used correctly. Will?
Okay, let's go into this pro. Now, here's why I consider it a pro because of what's been omitted in terms of what you've seen in Revolution if you actually played Revolution. In Revolution, you had what was called the Awakening, but there was a method called Instant Awakening, which is allows you to awaken on and off. And this allowed you to cancel movement at any time as long as they allow it. And so, for the most part, in Storm 4, you cannot use the instant awakening anymore. It's pretty much strictly true awakenings. And I feel like the leader change system was the thing that was designed to take the place of that. So if you want to be, let's say, quote unquote, more creative with combos, you have to use the leader change system for that now. And that's why I feel like this is a good reason as to why you called it a pro, because you can create some interesting combos if you learn how to use it the proper way for the most part.
Right. So, another pro is that we found is that it can rid status afflictions that occur on the character. So, say perchance that you get hit with a poison tag or get hit with something like a debuff tag or something. If you change your party leader, you can instantly wear that off, and you don't have to like deal with having that. And it serves as a little bit more of a strategic use for your character instead of just haphazardly like switching characters just because you feel like it. You know, um, it definitely serves up some nice strategy to the game, and it's very welcomed. So, Will, what do you think about that?
Actually, that's great for them to do something like that because it gives leader change more of a purpose. People won't see it as just this one thing. It's only used to extend combos. It could be a way to help prolong your health. I mean, because if you're coming across somebody who really likes to use jutsus that has some pretty decent status effects, or they love to use the fireball jutsus because of the fact that it has that effect where it can just drain your health, that actually gives you an extra option in order to prevent further damage to your character. So I really do like what they did with that. They're giving it more. Making this system relevant. Like you have to make good use of it. So yeah.
You can't be just throwing your characters out haphazardly. Because of this, and we're going to touch on a con of this, they share a cooldown system similar to how you would use as their characters as an assist. So say you use your characters as an assist, hey, I'm going to use Naruto to throw a Rasengan or something, but now I can't switch to Naruto. He's kind of out until, his cooldown is up. That, you can't be using these characters haphazardly. You have to think about what you're doing. And it's definitely and I'm sorry for that. That was my phone. You
It's
can't
all
be
good.
like throwing your characters out haphazardly because you're just gonna hurt yourself in the long run if you're doing that. Will, what do you think about that?
Yeah, like basically, I could see this as a double-edged sword. It's both a pro and a con. Obviously, like you said, it's a con if you're just throwing, you're changing every second. I mean, obviously, you're setting yourself up for failure. But one of the reasons why I see this as a pro is it will minimize the player's ability to actually rely on, like overpowered supports, and they have to think things through more. So that's my thoughts on that.
Yeah, most definitely, most definitely. And then the last con we'll probably touch on is you can possibly, if you're doing combo to combo attacks, you could possibly mess up your combo by just haphazardly switching to the next to your next character. So if you're using like Tsunade, for instance, if you're using Tsunade and if you accidentally use one of the knockback hits and then you switch to your next character, you might miss a few combos, and that opponent can then get out of the combo, and you might have just screwed yourself up right there, where you could have been serving up some nice, delicious like damage to that person. Well, now he's out, and now he's looking for revenge. Will, what do you think on that?
Once again, yeah, it's going to be one of those things with this cooldown system. Really going to have to watch your ass when it comes to what you want to do. Are you going to use the assist, or are you just going to chill on the assist and go in with a support type? Call them in as a leader change. It's definitely going to take some getting used to, especially with this whole cooldown system. And really, we have no idea how it works until we really get our hands on this game,
Exactly.
and so it's really tough to call. But I guess just one of the things to keep in mind is think about how you want to use your team and your characters, and try not to be over reliant on jutsu assists.
Definitely, definitely. Like you want to be watching yourself.